We were
Green.
going to talk about male and female sports. I feel like there's a lot of controversy when it comes to should transgender women be playing in women's sports? Should transgender men be playing in men's sports? Are women and men the same biologically? XYZ, XYZ. You've been seeing those debates, I'm sure.
I seen. I shit. I don't. First of all, I want to say I support the whole LGBTQ community
We do
plus
support the
community.
LGBTQ
For sure.
community over
With
here.
that being said, I don't think that. I feel like the real solution is the transgender people just need their own league. You know what I'm saying? Because if men and women were the same, it wouldn't be no WNBA. It's a reason LeBron James ain't out there with Caitlin Clark and shit. You feel me? Like men and women biologically are just not different. So if it's like a boxer, if a woman that used to be a man or transitioned from a man to a woman is now boxing against other women, you have the fucking strength of a man.
Yeah.
You could kill this bitch. You feel me? Like for real, for real.
And I literally argued with someone who was like, if the best woman and the best man trained and they had a competition, it's like it would be kind of like equal. But I'm like, testosterone is a hell of a hormone. So I'm like,
Facts.
I don't think it's necessarily the same. I do also bring up the analogy of like, when I was growing up, my mom yelling at me. This shit it wasn't sweet, but it was my mom yelling at me. My dad yelling at me, the house was shaking. So I'm like, naturally, biologically, men have the deeper roar,
Yeah,
and like the
facts.
deeper voice, which sometimes if you want to, like, give out threat, protect your household, you need that. So I'm like, there's just certain things where I'm like, obviously there's women with deeper voices, like,
I mean,
my
biologically,
girl
men just have
Brittany.
more muscle. You know what I'm
But
saying?
exactly, but
So
I'm
it's
like,
like,
women can have muscle too, but I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, like, men are,
physically
physically
more.
stronger, physically taller,
Yeah.
like, biologically. You know what I mean? Like, even in other
And
species.
in sports, that's
So
literally what sports is your physical athleticism and attributes. So it's
I do
like,
think it would be cool to see like men and women go at it.
I think it would be cool,
But,
but I think we would. I think it would be come to a certain point where we'd be like, the man has an unfair advantage. As if it was more like, like brain activities, like men and women is on Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't
yeah,
somebody who can it ain't who can jump the
physical.
highest. You know what I'm saying? So I
Exactly.
feel like in that regard, to get over the whole issue, I feel like transgender men should just have their own league and transgender women should have their own league.
How would you feel if they were like, if a transgender man, because they were born a woman, competed in like women's sports, even though they were just transgender men?